know I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm going to acknowledge them. I'm going to apologize for it. And I hope that we could grow and we could move on from that. That's what I'm thinking this author is going with. The personal information we exchange, then the personal information we exchange then is not scary, but becomes crisp for the null. Thus, commitment to personal work is the equivalent of commitment to intimacy. Not commitment to being perfection, but commitment to personal work. I'm a work in progress. I understand I'm not perfect, but I'm here to acknowledge it, and I'm not ashamed of that or embarrassed. You can trust me that even if I do hurt you, I am going to work on things. That's commitment, and that's trust. You have to, it's so interesting. Trust is knowing that, having the assumption that no matter what you do, you are doing this for the betterment of me and for the relationship. And if I make a mistake, that wasn't my intent. That's trust. Thus, commitment to personal work is the equivalent to commitment to intimacy. And since self-disclosure entails letting go of the ego, a spiritual practice figures into. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep in the rabbit hole of spiritual practices, but yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's a spiritual thing. You can transcend some things of human errors that we make. In the meantime, we may want to make a disclosure of some kind so a new partner may know what he or she is getting into. Don't waste your time. Just get it all out, right? But only if we are open to the partner's feedback, because it will certainly lead to that. The paradox is that self-disclosure leads to a more self-knowledge. Self-disclosure leads to more self-knowledge. Wow. What follows is somewhat humorous example of how truth-telling might sound. Truth-telling might sound. So I'm going to read a passage that's going to talk about how truth-telling might actually sound. Our relationship seems to be, and before I read this, I want you to listen to how you've done this in relationships. This is a great scenario of what truth-telling and being totally transparent and honest with another person, what it sounds like. And I'm curious if you can find yourself or your partner in some of this. So listen out for this. Our relationship seems to be getting serious now, and I'm happy about that. In the interest of keeping everything clear between us, I would like to share some things about myself. I'll begin with the qualities that are less appealing and then go on to others that may be more encouraging. I want so much love and to be loved. I have to admit that my fears make me fight the truth. Fight it. Wait, I gotta turn my light on so I can see. My fears make me fight it tooth and nail. Makes me fight it. So there are things I want to share with you. They're not great. They're not appealing. But I'll begin with the qualities that are less appealing and then go on to others that are more encouraging.